Well, good afternoon and good evening and hello to all of you folks across the country and around the world. For round two, talking at around the cooler during Black History Month, let me remind you of something that happened along the way to freeing a lot of folks. It was not done without a few great people along the way that didn't happen to be African American. I want you to imagine for a second Harriet Tubman toting a whole lot of people trailing her, and they got to stop, they got to sleep, they got to eat, because they had to travel thousands of miles. They had to stop at white folks' house. They had to stop at Indians' houses, and they was, kind of just taken care of. A lot of them ran away to the West, Khalifa, California. And that thing of people working together is what this Black history also should be representing. How Black folks work together with other folks. My big thing was Cesar Chavez, who did some tremendous work with the migrant workers and allowed them to have a voice. But did y'all know that Martin Luther King and Cesar Chavez actually talked together and helped each other out? See, you didn't know that, did you? Well, I'm fixing to tell you something else. Because to my right in the studio today is a lady by the name of Julissa Castillo. And the interesting thing about this lady here, she is a trooper, a real role model who rolls up her sleeves, and I'm going to let you guys all learn some of the things that I've learned. Hello.
Hello.
It's great to see you today.
Thank you.
Should I salute you?
No.
No?
Not necessary.
Now, let's start there. You was in the military,
Yes.
an officer,
Yes.
and you still is bossy today.
Perhaps some may interpret that, my assertiveness, as bossiness. Sure.
But that's a role model, okay? And sometimes, now, are you trying to be liked by the people that you work with, or respected?
I'm not trying. No. It comes with the territory.
That's interesting. Now in this show, people don't have a clue what I'm going to be asking them, okay? But there was a show that we had talked about you doing some time ago about helping other people. You remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah. We ain't going to say when we was going to do it, but we know it was going to get done.
Yes.
What did you want to talk about? If you had a dream, we know Martin had one, Caesar had one. What's your dream?
I think ultimately how it would come down to would be a dream to be able to help individuals such as myself, who perhaps that are at a younger age than I am, and presenting them with different options, different opportunities to learn of what the resources are to help them meet their dreams. That would be my ultimate dream.
And you're pretty good at that. One of the things that I noticed that you're good at connecting people and networking, okay? Mm-hmm. But being that this is Black History Month, they say that there's a war between Latinos and Blacks. What do you think about that?
Many things. You and I are sitting here, and we have a commonality to create greater good in the community. Mm-hmm. And I think it's all a matter of interpretation and looking at the different environments and maybe infesting those environments with what you and I believe in and creating, a more harmonious community where we focus on the positive things versus on the negative things. So what do I think about war? I don't think that that's necessarily the case. I think that perhaps we may have different visions, different thoughts, different needs, and I would love to be able to bridge that gap with educating folks about what our differences are and embracing those needs, and like I said, ultimately having all of us meet our goals, meet our dreams.
Outstanding. Now, you've worked with every color kid and family, yeah?
Just about, yes.
Just about?
Yes.
Is it easier to work with one group than another?
When it comes down to services, no, not necessarily, because the needs are the same across the board. So, no, you can't generalize one population, with another. I think that languages is an important component that we need to look at, because we don't want to have language to be a barrier to resources or to services. And so, we at McKinley have tried to incorporate many different languages. As an agency, we have over 51 languages spoken throughout the agency.
And how many do you speak?
I only speak 2.
Really? Which one are they?
Spanish and English.
Really?
I know a little bit of other languages, but probably not enough to get me through.
Okay, we won't ask you which ones those are then, okay? However, let's go to another piece, because we're really glad that you're here during this historic month. There was a statement that was made to me the other day. Why did they pick the shortest month out of the year to give us for Black History Month, okay? Take what we can get for now, okay, and just make it meaningful, because history is every day to me, okay? And it don't have to be a color barrier, although it's good to understand your culture, but if people paid attention to history, we don't come from a particular region. That's just a few hundred years. We come from much, much further back than that, you know? Now, you mentioned McKinley. I know that's one of the places that you work at, and you've moved up through the ranks, and congratulations there. But you started your new company this year.
Yes, I did.
What's the name of your company?
Fountain of Castles.
And why did you start your own company?
I just felt that within my own comfort zone, my current job, my current position, there's still a lot of things that I do that are not necessarily under that McKinley umbrella. And so in order to continue to fulfill my dream, my goals, to continue to help the community at large, my true passion is young adults. That's my true passion. And what I would like to see is that Fountain of Castles becomes a resource to those youth, where I'm able to, metaphorically speaking, a Fountain of Castles is helping young people have the skills and the ability, to become self-sufficient in learning, whether it's a trade, whether it's a vocation, whether it's, something that they like to do, and enhancing on those skills. Ultimately, we do all that to have a home, to build a castle. And to me, a home is your castle.
Oh, so you just
And
didn't
so-
pull that name out of your hat. You really thought about this.
Yeah, metaphorically speaking, yes.
Wow, this is so cool. And I know you're putting in some work on it, and there's going to be a whole lot more to evolve, but I just want to congratulate you on that as somebody that I've known for a couple of years, to see you continue to evolve. And do know there are other people, these interns that come into your agency, they watch. And you're a tremendous role model. And when we talk about History Month and take the color part out of it and just look at great people who do things, this is one of them right here. And if you have some parting words that you'd like to inspire our young people for the new year, please share that with our audience as we get ready to sign off.
I would like to share with, not just young people, because there's always a time in our lives where we reinvent ourselves, whether it's because of a situation that happened in our private lives. And, there comes a point in time where we're kind of like at a place where perhaps it's just comfort, and it doesn't become, we don't have that energy to continue. So in parting words, I would say, have a plan, have a goal, and always have a backup plan, and always build those steps in conjunction to both of those goals.
Wow. On behalf of Grassroots Talks, remember, the whole world's a stage. She's got a part to play. Do you? Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen.